Hello, everyone, and welcome to YouTube Live. This is David Hittle with United Real Estate Louisville. And as with every Sunday, I am extremely happy to be here with you. And I hope that today's YouTube Live is educational and is helpful for all of you out there who are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. I hope that this is educational for all of you. Before we get started today, if you like these videos, if you like these YouTube lives, please click that like button, the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up. If you would like to be notified whenever I am going to be doing a live, or anytime that I post a video, or that I am going to post a video, subscribe for me. And if you like everything and you've liked and you subscribed, then please share this YouTube Live with everyone you believe would benefit from seeing it. So today we're going to talk about the renters. So those out there who are currently renting either an apartment, renting a condo, or renting someone else's home versus buying, and how to decide what is best for you. So first step in all this is, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, and they should know, median rent continues to rise. With today's low mortgage rates, there's great opportunities for renters to make a move into home ownership that stretches each dollar a little bit further. While the best timeline to buy a home is different for everyone, the question remains: should I continue renting, or is it time for me to buy? The answer depends on your current situation and your future plans. So here are some thoughts to help you decide if you are ready to own a home of your own. And there are 6 advantages here that I'm going to touch upon today. And then I'm going to give you some financial information and numbers so that you can see it that way too. The number one thing is rent will continue to increase. This is one of the top reasons why renters decide to move, because in most cases, rent will continue increasing each year. As noted above, the U.S. Census Bureau recently released its quarterly home ownership report. And there's a graph here. You won't be able to see it, but I can see it. Big red graph, and it's doing this number. It's going up. As the graph below shows, median rent is climbing year after year. But when you own a home, you'll lock in your monthly payment for the life of your loan, creating consistency and predictability in your payments. Amazing, isn't it? No more going from year to year and panicking when the landlord comes or puts the note on your door saying rent will be increasing. You won't have to worry about that. Your rent or your mortgage payment will be locked in. Now, there are instances where tax rates go up and your payment will increase slightly, but not like the $100, $200, $300 rent increases that may occur when you are renting each year. The number 2 reason is you have freedom to customize. This is a big decision-making point for many people who want to be able to paint, renovate, and make home upgrades. In many cases, landlords determine all these selections and prefer you do not alter them as a renter. As a homeowner, you have the freedom to decorate and personalize your home to make it truly your own. This is what I call turning your house into a home. When you start going through, when you've purchased your home and you start to add paintings to the wall, maybe you add a new fresh coat of paint. Maybe you start with the garden outside and make your curb appeal just pop. Whatever you do when you purchase a home to turn your house into a home is important. And it is part of owning a home that you have the freedom to customize that home. Number 3 on this list is privacy. That's really super important in today's COVID pandemic. And this, we don't like our personal space being messed with today. We don't like that personal space being invaded. And what is more personal than the place that you call home? When renting, your landlord has access to your space in case of an emergency. If you own your home, however, you are the one to decide who can come in and who not. Given today's health concerns around the pandemic, this may be a growing priority for you. Keeping people out or letting people in. It'll be up to you when you own your own home. Number 4 on this list is flexibility for relocation. If you are renting, it may be easier to move quickly should you have a job transfer or simply decide it's time for a change. When you are a homeowner and need to sell your home, this might take a little more time. Today, however, with the housing market's low inventory, this may no longer be the case. Homes are selling at a record-breaking pace, so you may have more flexibility than you think. And in today's world of doing all of your work at home, for the most part, what better way to be able to talk to your job or to be there for meetings than in your own personal space, designated for you with no surprise guests. Number 5 is building equity. When you pay your rent, your landlord earns the equity that the property gains. If you own your home, the benefits of your investment go directly toward your net worth. This is savings you'll be able to use in the future for things like sending children to college, starting a new business, buying a bigger home, or simply downsizing to save for retirement. As I continue to say, I say it in my newsletters when I talk about owning a home. Your home is your nest egg. It is probably and likely the biggest investment that you will ever make. But it is the only investment that you can live in while it gains value. It's actually the only investment you can live in, period. You can't live in gold. You can't live in silver. You can't live in stocks or bonds. You can't live in any of those. Your home is the investment that you can live in. And it forces you to save when you pay your mortgage each month. Number 6, last but not least, is tax advantages. When you own your home, there are additional advantages that work in your favor as well. You can deduct things like your property taxes and mortgage interest, but always make sure you check with your accountant to see which tax deductible benefits apply to your situation. When you rent, however, the tax benefits are directed toward your landlord. So the bottom line in all this is this. It's up to you to decide if you'd prefer to rent or buy, and it's different for every person. If you'd like to learn more about the pros or cons of each, as well as resources to help you along the way, let's connect to discuss your options. This way, you can make a confident and informed decision with a trusted expert on your side. So now I'd like to discuss some financial figures. Just think about when I'm talking about this, think about your monthly rent. If you are a renter right now, think about what you pay in rent and think about these figures. So if your rent is around $481.67 a month, so roughly about $500 a month, after you pay 3.5% down, which is what you'd have to pay on an FHA mortgage, with a 3% loan, without taking into account taxes or insurance, your home is probably around $100,000. That would be what type of home you could afford in that price range. If, for instance, your rent is around $722, so between $700 and $750, after your 3.5 down and your 3% loan without the taxes and insurance, once again, your home is roughly around $150,000, what you could afford on that monthly basis. Now, if your rent is around that $963 a month, so around the $1,000 mark, if you had your 3.5% down with your 3% loan, again, without the taxes and insurance being included, you're looking at roughly a $200,000 home. If, however, your rent is around the $1,200 mark, so $1,200 to $1,250, if you have your 3.5% down with a 3% loan without the taxes and insurance, once again, for that monthly rate, you're looking at about a $250,000 home. Now, God forbid, your rent is around $1,500. So for this number, it's $1,445. So roughly about $1,450 a month. If you had your 3.5% down, again, with your 3% loan, without taxes or insurance, you're looking at roughly a $300,000 home. And last but not least, if your mortgage is between that $1,700 and $1,800 range, again, God forbid, if you have your 3.5% down with the 3% loan, without taxes and insurance, once again, you're looking at roughly a $350,000 home. In Kentucky, that could be a mansion. So think about those figures when you're thinking about your rent and whether or not it is smart or whether or not it's convenient to continue to rent at that high rent, with rent continuing to increase every year. And if you are a veteran and you are currently renting and you qualify for your VA benefits through a VA loan, VA loans have no down payment. So think about those monthlies that I spoke about earlier without that 3.5% down, because VA loans do not have down payments. They have a VA funding fee, but that funding fee is still less than the 3.5% down. And unlike the 3.5% down, the VA funding fee can sometimes be rolled into your mortgage. So think about that. Also think about VA loan interest rates are normally a lot lower than the FHA conventional USDA interest rates. Our veterans get better benefits. They deserve them, in my opinion, for fighting for our country. If you think about a conventional loan, if you qualify for a conventional loan, they have 3% down payments. USDA loans, the rural housing, have no down payments either. So think about these things when you are trying to decide whether you want to continue to rent or whether it is time to own your home. And if you have any questions or would like to learn more, please just call me. You can text me. You can send me an email. However you feel convenient to get a hold of me is perfectly fine. I'm available all day today, and I'm available any day of the week. Just give me a call, and I will be the one to answer the phone. You can find that phone number in the description of this video. And I hope that this video, again, has been educational. I hope that it helps you make your decision on whether to continue to rent or to purchase a home. And if you do plan on purchasing a home, I hope that you'll give me a ring and let me help you through that process. This is David Hittle with United Real Estate Louisville, and I hope that you have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday for another YouTube Live. Have a great day.